What's up, guys? Welcome back. So if you're starting a business in Ohio and you want to keep things simple, legal, and protected, setting up an LLC is usually the first step. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what an LLC is, how it works in Ohio, and the two easiest ways to set one up, either by doing it yourself or using a service that takes care of the whole process for you. Let's jump in. So what exactly is an LLC? A limited liability company, or LLC, is a type of business structure that is flexible but also gives you liability protection. By forming an LLC, you form a separate legal entity for your business, meaning your personal assets are separate from your company's liabilities. So if your LLC runs into any legal problems or even debt, your personal assets should be out of the picture. LLCs also give their owners flexibility in management, taxation options, and a chance to bring in multiple owners known as members who can share in the company's profits and losses. Now, all of these benefits have made the LLC a very popular choice for many new and existing entrepreneurs. Now, you can set up an LLC two different ways, like I mentioned before. So to start, let's go through the process on how to do it your own. First, you're going to need a name for your LLC. The first and most important step is checking availability. Your chosen name can't already be active in Ohio. You can run a quick name search on the Ohio Secretary of State website to make sure the name you want is available, or a Google search is also helpful. Now, even if it's available, your business name has to be completely unique. It can't be too close to another name. For example, if Christie's Consulting spelled with a Y is already registered, the state would likely reject Christie's Consulting spelled with IE. Even though the names have different spellings, they sound identical, and the state considers them too similar to avoid consumer confusion. The other key requirement is that your chosen name must end with either limited liability company or the abbreviation LLC when you officially file. So your business's name would be something like Chris Consulting LLC. Now, there are also a few specific words you absolutely cannot use. You can't include anything that makes it sound like you're a government agency. That means skipping names like FBI, Treasury, State Department, Police, or even City Council. The idea behind these rules is consumer protection. The state wants to prevent any business from misleading the public. That's why you also have restricted words like insurance, attorney, bank, or credit union. If you want to use one of these, you'll need to prove that you are legally licensed to operate in that regulated industry and get official approval from the proper licensing authority first. Next, you need a registered agent, or a statutory agent as they're called in Ohio. Their job is to be the middleman for important legal documents for the business from the state. As long as an individual is a legal adult resident of Ohio, they can be a statutory agent for the LLC. So there are two major things you need to be mindful of before you decide. First, you must consider availability. The agent has to be available at the public address during normal business hours. If you or the person you choose can't guarantee you'll be there for travel, other work, or appointments, using an outside service becomes a much more reliable fit. Secondly, you must consider privacy. The statutory agent's name and physical address are always a matter of public record in Ohio. Many small business owners, especially those working from home, choose to hire a professional service specifically to keep their personal address off the state's public documents, giving them an important layer of privacy. Now, if you don't list an agent, the Secretary of State will become your agent. However, I would advise against this since it can lead to serious delays in getting important information, like a notice about a lawsuit. Now, once you have the name, the state, and the other things we mentioned in place, we can actually move on to creating the LLC. Ohio does this by filing the articles of organization with the state. You can go through the application process online by going to the Ohio Business Filings portal. Just know that all state fees are due with the application, and the fee is currently $99. Now, the next step is to create your own operating agreement. Ohio doesn't require LLCs to have one, but having one makes sure all of the members are on the same page. Even in a single member LLC, it's still better to have one than not, since it's often considered a blueprint for your business and may help you separate your business from getting confused with a sole proprietorship. The agreement should include the breakdown in ownership, members' rights and responsibilities, how profits and losses are divided, what happens in the event of disputes in the business, and the procedure if a member wants to leave or just close the LLC altogether. And nothing in your operating agreement is final. You can and should make adjustments when something changes at any time to grow with the LLC. Now, next up, you're going to need to get an employer identification number, or EIN, for your business. Think of this as your company's social security number. Having one is crucial for several things, including opening a bank account, applying for loans, hiring employees, and paying income taxes. Luckily, getting your EIN is free and can be done quickly online or by mail directly through the IRS. Once your LLC is formed and you've got your EIN, there are a few optional steps that can make running your business a lot smoother, like opening a dedicated business account. One of the best options to look at is Airwallex. It's a modern business account you open completely online using the same basic documents you already have, like your EIN and articles of organization. You'll get a multi-currency global account with local bank details in more than 20 countries, so clients overseas can pay you in 20 plus currencies like you're a local business in over 70 countries. From there, you also get unlimited multi-currency corporate cards, built-in expense management, and automated accounts payable. The cards are flexible for how you actually spend. Spin up a card for travel, one for advertising, another for software. Set the right daily, weekly, or monthly limits per card or team. Lock cards to approved categories, and freeze or cancel instantly. Every card transaction auto flows into expense management with receipts and approvals to keep your books clean without extra work. You can also pay international contractors and suppliers directly in their local currencies. Transfers over local payment rails to 120 plus countries are free, and most land the same day, if not instantly. When you need FX, Airwallex uses highly competitive rates, often around 0.4% to 1%, so you avoid the 3% to 5% markups you typically see at traditional banks. So, if you want a simpler, more flexible way to handle your LLC's finances, I've included a link below with Airwallex's best current offer, and by the way, they don't charge a monthly fee to get started. Alright, that's an optional place that helps things run a lot smoother. Now, moving back to the main checklist, let's talk about taxes. Now, finally, there are always taxes. So by default, LLCs are considered pass-through entities. That means the business itself does not pay income tax. Instead, that responsibility is passed on to the owner or the owner's personal tax returns. This is a very key benefit because it helps you avoid what's called double taxation, meaning you only need to pay tax once on the profit. Now, with an LLC, you always have the option to be taxed like a corporation. So in that case, you'll need to follow corporate tax rules. But for most small businesses, the pass-through method is usually the simplest way to go. Now, besides income taxes, you'll need to think about a few other business requirements. First, you'll need to be prepared for self-employment tax and payroll taxes if you plan to have employees. Second, your business may need specific state or city licenses and permits depending on the nature of your business. And finally, there's sales tax. You can get the vendor license required to collect sales tax online through the Online Business Gateway website. These licenses are issued by the county auditor where you will do business, and the cost is $25 for each fixed place of business. Right now, the state sales tax rate is 5.75%, but local jurisdictions may add their own local tax on top of this rate, making it as high as 8% in certain areas. Now, if all of this sounds stressful, you're not alone. There is simply not enough time in a day to handle all of this paperwork. And since I was new to all of this, I worried about messing everything up. So if you think you need help, you can consider using a business formation service to get everything taken care of. Now, I personally prefer ZenBusiness and will use it for today's tutorial, but don't get me wrong, there are plenty of other great services out there. I've tried Taylor Brands, LegalZoom, and Swift Filings, and if you want to see how they compare, I'll leave the review links down in the description along with ZenBusiness's link where it directs you straight to their latest possible deal right now, if there is one available. All right, so if you haven't heard of ZenBusiness, they've been around since 2015 and currently hold an excellent 4.8 rating on Trustpilot with over 24,000 customer reviews. Now, their strength is that they don't just help you set up your LLC, but they also help out after your business is up and running with features like compliance reminders, website tools, and bookkeeping options. So their wide range of services, it's helpful for those new to entrepreneurship. Now, let's go through how you'd actually apply for an LLC using ZenBusiness. The first step is to just click the Start an LLC button. From there, you're going to type in the name you've picked for your LLC and pick Ohio from the drop-down menu. Next up, you're going to answer some questions about your business, and their system will suggest any extras you might need based on your situation, things like a registered agent, an operating agreement, or help filing for your EIN. You can also upgrade to get rush filing in case you just don't feel like waiting 7 to 10 days. And finally, you need to choose a plan. Don't worry, they have a free one called the Starter Plan. With this plan, you pay nothing to ZenBusiness. You only have to cover your state's mandatory filing fee, which makes it a great budget-friendly choice for new entrepreneurs. Plus, even though it's free, ZenBusiness still covers all of the essential LLC filing steps with a 100% accuracy guarantee and even includes optional compliance monitoring for the first year at no extra charge. Basically, it's a fantastic way to launch your LLC without paying any service fees. Moving up, the Pro plan costs around $200 per year plus state fees. It adds special benefits like rush filing, so your application can be processed in just one business day. It also includes an operating agreement template, access to their business document library, and even a logo builder kit. On top of that, you get 30-day access to their online tools, which includes your domain name, business email, and a basic website, so you can get your business online right away. Now, if you want a little more support, there is the premium plan. It includes everything from the Pro plan, but also adds a registered agent and a one-on-one consultation with a business advisor. It's a great fit if you do prefer guidance instead of figuring everything out on your own. Pricing starts at $350 for the first year, and it also comes with a trial of their invoicing and bookkeeping tools to help you stay organized. So, whether you're just getting started and want free help with reassurance, or you're looking for a more streamlined way to handle the paperwork, ZenBusiness has options for any budget. And that's the whole process for setting up an LLC in Ohio. Whether you want to handle it all yourself or just let a service like ZenBusiness take care of it for you, the choice really just comes down to your preference. If you're short on time, or you just want that peace of mind knowing everything is filed correctly, using a service like ZenBusiness would be a good option. They'll not only guide you through the process of setting up an LLC, but they're also going to help with some extras. Now, on the flip side, if you don't mind doing a bit of research and you want to save some money, then going the do-it-yourself route is very possible. The bottom line is, you've got great options either way, and getting your LLC set up is not as scary or as difficult as it sounds. And that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. And if you're thinking about trying ZenBusiness out, there is a link in the description below that takes you straight to their website. Also, if you are interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.